It's I got some shit to say to podcast, man. We're back like we don't stop because trust us, we never do. All we do is work. Y'all know me.
Fuck you, Squints.
That's right. R.I.P.
Whizzle Fizzle.
Forever and always. With me as usual, down on the end of the couch, I got my guy.
ChadOrbsTV.com.
Stamped.
Okay. That works for me.
Shout out to Jason Williams, White Chocolate.
Yeah, shout out to White Chocolate, period. With us today, guys, we got a guest, a special guest. One that,
a legend, bro.
Man, that's it right there. I'm glad you just chimed in, Chad, because, shit, fuck it, let's get to it. We got the OG, Mr. Mack, in the building. What up, big baby?
What up, fellas?
What's up, man?
Man.
Here, bro.
Yes, sir. Glad to be here.
Honor to have you, dog.
Man,
This is dope.
Fun fact, I began being a rapper probably about 98, 99. And I remember hearing Mr. Mack then. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I grew up around this area in Middle Tennessee, and I was always aware of a Knoxville rapper named Mr. Mack.
Word up.
It's so crazy, though. Fast forward fucking 20 years, and you're sitting here with me on the podcast. But it's nice to have you, bro. I appreciate you joining us. Chad's brought me up to speed as of what you've been doing as more of recently. You know what I'm saying? And another fun fact, shout out Travis. He's in the building with us, but he shot me some work for you to revise some older like single artworks to get them ready for digital platforms. And I think that's important to point out early, just based off the longevity of your career and how much this game has changed in the last 20 years.
Right.
To where you have to hit up somebody and be like, hey, man, I had these singles. We're going to put them back out just for the catalog.
Yep.
But I ain't got the right digital type shit to make that happen.
Make it really
Ain't that wild, dog?
Yeah.
Two eras for sure.
It's crazy as hell. So, what's been up with you, dog? Where the fuck should we start this?
Yeah, let's just start, bro. Like, what? So, you want to kind of tell the people at Chad Arms TV kind of a little bit about you, just so people that may not be familiar with you.
Yeah, shit. Man, I'm like you. I started out in 99, 2000.
Gotcha.
But that's when I put out the first project.
Gotcha.
But I always been into music, DJing in school, collaborating with other local artists that did music just for the love of music. You know what I mean? Just love hip hop. You know what I mean? Shout out to the 50-year anniversary.
No, for sure.
Hip hop. I got you.
Yeah, 50th anniversary of hip hop. So like, once I decided I wanted to do it, we started hitting studios and started putting projects out, and kind of started my own little underground label.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
What's the name of that?
It was Boiler Room Entertainment at the time.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? It had about 13 guys. I thought I was No Limit and DJ Paul them.
Hell yeah, that was the move back then.
Yeah,
bro.
we understand. Trust me. We used to play them same games.
Yeah. And shit, we kept pushing. I met my boy Trav. Trav was one of the first people who hollered at me for a feature in 2000.
Dope. Okay.
He hit me up, and then fast forward about 2006, I finally got on a Clear Station radio channel.
Hell yeah.
And it was a rap after that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was the world was introduced to me. You know what I mean? And,
Gotcha.
Then we signed a deal, got shelved. You know what I'm saying? In between time, we was doing songs with artists, a lot of big artists, DJs, mixtapes with Scream and Smalls.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Just kept them coming up and down. Got nominated for a couple SEAs.
Okay.
Never won one, but I'm coming to get mine though.
Let's go.
And now here we are again. It's the OG's been going crazy, man. Shout out to Nas, 50 Cent, and everybody selling out these shows right now and doing their thing. And they gave me I wouldn't say a second win, but I was paying attention and the stars aligned again.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Dope.
Yeah.
How long has it been since you've been active before, like, getting back like you are now, like, you know, back dedicated, so to speak?
Man, I dabbled through the up and down stage through the whole time, but I guess for about 5 or 6 years, I've been back going strong.
Gotcha.
Just dropping singles and the videos. And once I opened the studio, it was kind of a wrap after that. Yeah.
Sooner or later, you're going to follow up in that motherfucker.
Got to.
Especially with if the people, like, appreciated your previous career and shit, like, there's constant fucking, you know, pep talks. Yeah. Pep talks about, come on, man. You know, I get it all the time from Chad and the guys. Like, I used to go, like, pretty heavy, and then, I don't know, I was never like an artist like Chad or anything like that, but I always would tell Chad I was a feature artist because I just didn't. I'm not built like them. Like, honestly,
didn't want to do the solo thing.
Man, what you said, I did, but I just didn't have it like that. I just didn't. You know what I mean? They're blessed, fucking amazing artists. You know what I'm saying? And I just couldn't whip records up as quick, or it almost felt like, you know what I mean? It just didn't make sense.
Overwhelming.
There it is.
And with Squints too, I think it's safe for me to say this. He didn't enjoy the studio part either.
No, I didn't.
You like the creativity
sit in
part.
there for hours.
Yeah.
It just wasn't his thing.
Yeah.
Like,
I would write my shit and then come to the studio when I'm ready to record and like knock the song out, and then we'll knock the song out and sit around for the mix and get fucked up and shit.
Yeah, I sit in that studio for 12 hours and
create.
not even think that it had been 12 hours.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I get it. There's two sides. My bad, bro. Go ahead. What you was saying?
No, that's it though. I needed you to chime in honestly because like it's hard for me to like talk about that kind of shit because it's hard for me to explain it honestly. But I didn't want to be a producer. I knew I wanted to like entertain, you know what I'm saying? It took me a long time to find my spot. It's right here in this fucking chair, obviously.
Yeah.
But you know, I've made myself valuable in other aspects of this game now too. And looking back to 98, 99, I wish I would have had that mentality. I wish when I would have joined Show Improve, I would have been like, okay, what can I do to get Chad on?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It would have been a completely different game for us in 23. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But that's neither here nor there.
The blessing is you still in entertainment.
Absolutely.
Sure.
That's the blessing. Like,
Yeah, absolutely.
I had to go back and work for a minute. I had to, you know what I mean? I went and got a job for a minute.
Oh, I still work full time.
I was back trapping for a minute.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like, you know what I mean? And that's to have to go back to that after a deal and being the man and on top, that ain't what's up.
Yeah, I can only imagine.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then everybody knowing you, it ain't like you can just go in here and hide your fucking face.
Yeah.
Oh, that's dude.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? What you doing here?
Now, yeah, I see what
you doing here? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
You be like, I'm back. And
motherfucker, I don't want to go broke. That's what I'm doing here. I don't want to fall all the way off.
Yeah, that's right. I've never had the luxury of being full time. Luckily, Chad's full time as far as like Chad Arms TV and then being an artist. Chad's full time. I've never had that luxury. I've worked full time doing the same shit I've been doing for the past 21 years of my life.
Yeah.
And I still today like I got to go to work tomorrow, 6:30 in the morning. But I understand what you're saying to me in difference to, because once you would have the opportunity the opportunity of a deal and to take that like, all right, cool, I'm a rapper full time now. You know what I'm saying?
At that time when deals were what you had to get.
Man, what you said, dog.
From Knoxville, it was unheard of.
Right.
And I was, to be honest with you, I was working before I got the deal.
Yeah.
I was on probation, so I had to have a job.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yep.
So I'm walking around the warehouse and 865 is playing on the radio though. Every 30 minutes.
That's crazy.
So they're like, still, what the fuck are you doing here?
No.
That's wild, bro.
You know what's crazy? When we shout out Lil White. When I interviewed Lil White, right, the Chad Arms TV interview, I was talking to him and he was telling me about he was working at Blockbuster when Choices 1 came out, knowing that he was in the movie or in Choices 2, and then he ended up getting the deal with 3-6. Like it was 2001. But he was talking about that same thing you was just talking about.
Yeah.
How he was working at Blockbuster, but he was about to sign with Hypnotized Minds and stocking the shelves of Choices, knowing he was in the second one.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I think he talked about on the pod, like when he quit and shit, or it was on one of your interviews or something.
It was Chad Arms TV interview. He talked about when he quit. Like,
that's what it was.
His boss understood, like once he got the deal. But it's just crazy that you went through the same thing.
Yeah.
You know?
What year was that? What year was the deal?
07.
Gotcha.
Yeah, man, that's when them deals were like. That's all we knew to do was we got to get a record deal.
Got to get a record deal because we didn't know nothing else.
Yeah, it wasn't. That was it. Like
that was the end goal for sure.
That's all we knew.
But that was before digital marketing. That was before like the internet platform. You know what I mean? I think MySpace may have been a thing in 06, 07.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That was my thing
for college.
It was all of our things. Like at that time, dude, that was the thing. That was how we all had our music out there for everybody. It wasn't. It wasn't what it was. I remember when Chad's our first release under Show Improve, when Chad's album came out under iTunes, like when it was digitally distributed. Through CD Baby. We talked about that off camera. We'll get to that.
Yeah.
Total game changer, and one that we thought in our minds and as a label at Show Improve, like we were like, we'll put it there, but it doesn't really matter. Like, here's the CD.
Who has iTunes?
Like, dude,
like what the fuck is that?
Right? Like, and then fast forward, and
that's all there is.
It's all there is. Yeah. It really is.
I mean, like you still get physicals, we
do. Like as far as like with their latest releases, we'll get the physical copies, but they are for their fan bases that order their CD packages and bundles that want a physical copy signed by them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But bruh, 50,000 units and shit, like them days are over.
Over with.
Yeah, man.
Even 10,000 mixtapes out the trunk, them days are over.
What did CD Girls just do? Like 7,000?
They did 10,
I don't doubt it.
10,000 first week, bro. That's all they said.
I didn't even know they had something new. So that don't surprise me.
A new album did 10,000. I think Drake did 650 the first week.
Drake did?
Yeah. Drake
which is disappointing for Drake.
But that just shows like 650,000
compared to 10.
And this is City Girls. So it's like.
That's Diddy girlfriend.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah,
bro.
That's wild as fuck.
Yeah.
So like speaking about what you got going on now too, like Friday the 13th in October, you dropped a single called Country Shit.
Yeah. Yep.
You got Jelly on there. Mm-hmm. You want to speak about that? You want to speak about that single?
Yeah, man. Country Shit featured Josiah Ashley, Jelly Roll. Shout out to Jelly Roll and everything you're doing, man. Congratulations, big boy.
Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah, man. It's just honestly, and I ain't really told too many people. It's something we been had, bro.
Yeah.
It's just a timeless song. Mm-hmm. We kept it under the vault over the years, and Big Boy done blew up now, and you know what I'm saying. So it was time to drop the single.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's the second single. We've had a single before. It was just time. It was the right time.
No,
that's
for
just
sure.
all it boils down to. It was just the right time.
For sure, because y'all did that one. You, him, and Squirrel did Tennessee Roads, right?
Yeah,
and that's over a couple million, right?
Mm-hmm.
Y'all
I
did
think
that one.
1.3 million. Shout out to Squirrel.
Yeah, that's dope, bro. That was, y'all did that one. What time frame was that? That was
I think that was 11 or 12.
Yep.
Something like that. Yeah.
2000. That's crazy.
Pretty much when we got the Tennessee Roads verse, we did Country Shit too.
Okay.
He did both the verses in the same night.
Okay, gotcha.
That makes sense.
Yeah, he did both the verses in the same night.
Before the Country Shit release, what was the other one, Chad? The more recent one?
The other one that I was listening to, Devil in Disguise. I like that one a lot, bro.
Oh, word up.
What year was that? That was 2020, 2021?
2022.
Okay. Yeah, a year before. That's right.
Yep.
It's got that Rod Wave type of track to it, but you snapping on there, though.
Appreciate it.
I like that one. Yeah.
So when was the last complete project, Mac?
I think it might have been 12. No,
Gotcha.
no. I dropped Going Viral.
2016.
A double CD. Yep. It was like the CDT I did with Atlanta, to fuck the city up.
Yeah.
I did it with everybody from Knoxville.
That's dope, bro.
Yeah, I did it. It's a double CD with all the hot artists at the time from the city.
Dope.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah,
that's super dope.
Right here. That's dope.
It's a good way to move, though, honestly.
Yeah. You can get an artist, a lot of artists that they're trying to make moves, and some people don't know how to get there or just get their shit out there. And I felt like I was trying to get back in my wave, and I felt like the best way to do it is it was time to collaborate with the whole city.
Were you big on collaborations early in your career?
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie. When I got to that point, that radio point, and that deal point, it was about the dollar.
Of course.
You know what I mean? So I wasn't doing them no more. You know what I mean? I don't mind getting on a good ass song. Dope ass song, because I'm gonna show my ass.
Talk your shit.
You know what I'm saying? So it never was a problem to do a feature, but once that deal hit and the opportunities start blowing me up, you know why they calling. You know what I mean? So now it's like, okay, I can't.
They know you on now.
Yeah. And you wasn't calling before.
Who was the deal with?
Universal Republic.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
How did the deal come about? You want to talk about that?
Well, 865 had been going crazy.
That's what you had the radio play with, right?
Yeah,
okay.
And it was called Where You From. It was going crazy, and then I came back with the remix, and it had Gotti, Lido, and D. Cooley on it.
Okay.
So we shot now all the area codes, major cities around the state.
That was like 06, wasn't it?
Oh, 06.
Yep, I remember that.
So around that time, that's when they started calling. The song is number one on the radio, doing numbers. Asylum calls.
Yep.
And Atlantic calls.
Yep.
Atlantic calls while I'm standing in record store. I'm turning in CDs, and they call
record stores. Remember those?
Yeah, they call while I'm standing at the desk turning them in.
That's crazy.
I talked to Atlantic, gave them my manager's number. They set up a meeting, flew me up. You know what I'm saying?
New York.
Yeah, listened to some music. Told me my Where You From wasn't big enough.
Pause. Have you ever been to New York before then?
No.
How was that?
Big.
I bet.
Yeah.
I never been.
From a Knoxville guy, man. Yeah.
That's why I hit pause for a minute there, because I bet that was trippy as fuck, bro. And to get that call and you headed, all right, bro. We headed to New York.
Yeah,
and
they flew me up. You know what I mean? And it wasn't
it's like a dream come true
I
scenario.
watched art, but I didn't get the deal then. You know what I'm saying? I came back, and then Asylum flew me back.
Again? You went two trips?
Okay, Atlantic flew me back.
Damn.
I got the calls in the same week from both companies.
Okay.
Yeah.
I went in the same week. They couldn't do the trip at once because it's two different companies. It's probably like a bid war.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So Atlantic flew me up. Did the meeting. They told me Where You From wasn't big enough. I let them hear Where You From remix with Gotti and them.
Yep.
It still wasn't big enough.
Like, what do y'all want?
Yeah, why y'all got me here again?
Where you
what
from?
am I doing
The
here?
USA? Is that what you want me to say? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So like, I come back.
Right.
I go back up there the same week. They tell me the same thing. So I'm like, damn. I get back to work though. You know what I mean? I keep pushing, keep dropping singles. I had the radio station behind my back. You know what I'm saying? They had me. You know what I mean? So I'm turning in these singles. They bumping them.
Yeah.
CD going crazy. About a year later, I came with a joint and it had my son on it.
Name of that record?
He's So Fly. Called He's So Fly. Now, at this time, Universal Republic, which is a branch off of Asylum.
Yeah, okay.
And then what's the other one? I think I got the story mixed up. It's another one, another label that flew me up that same week. But Republic offered the bread.
Okay, so they didn't hit you with the "it's not ready yet" type shit.
Atlantic, Universal Republic was like, okay, we ready to do a deal, but they tried to lowball me.
Okay.
They tried to lowball me. They really tried to lowball me. It was just a single deal. You know what I mean? But still, even with the payment they were trying to give me, I had a manager to pay and I had a lawyer to pay off top.
And you had to push the single too, probably, right? Or were they gonna?
We get to that part.
Yeah, okay.
You know what I mean? Because they don't tell you that.
Of course not.
Yeah.
They don't tell you that part. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So, of course, I did the deal. Well, we ended up getting more money. They wanted to give me 10. We ended up getting 25,000 for a single.
And back then, that's a lot of money for a single.
Yep,
You know,
25,000 for a single.
That's a nice amount of change.
Yeah.
It was a double single deal. The double single, if the singles did good, we'd have went to a 4-album deal. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
yeah. They put the first single out. We're supposed to shoot a video. They never gave me the video budget.
I was going to say, was that part of the $25K initially?
They were supposed to have another video budget.
Yeah.
Right. That was just for you.
Yes.
Gotcha.
So I never got the video. You know what I mean? And then I turned in the second single probably. I turned the first single in like in September, maybe October. I turned the second single in like November or February.
Yeah.
Got my second check, another 25,000. Still got to pay the manager and the lawyer again. You know what I mean? From there, they didn't even release the second single. It never even came out.
That's crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, it never even came out. So
They paid you just to shelf it.
yeah,
Basically.
How many singles were incorporated with the original deal? Just
Two.
one? Oh, just two?
double single deal.
Gotcha.
Yep, double single deal.
What happened after that?
Shit, I stayed down for about a year. Seen wasn't nothing shaking. I think I called the A&R maybe once or twice. Called him more than that. I probably talked to him once or twice.
Yeah.
Seen that, well, get the single moving. That's how they talking. You know what I mean? And once you
That's
see
what y'all
that,
are for. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm thinking.
What am I with y'all for?
right,
I got it moving enough for y'all to pay attention to.
right.
You know?
And luckily, where I linked up with Young Ralph, he was on Universal at the time.
He was popping back then.
Looked like money.
Yep.
Had the single with Rick
Yep.
Ross. And then they had Two Pistols. Baby She Got It with T-Pain.
Oh, yeah, baby, she got Two Pistols was popping.
God damn. I ain't heard
Tom
that.
Tom.
I ain't heard this shit in forever.
We was all on Republic at the
Big
same
Tuck and
time.
Tom. Was it Not a Stain? Was it
Dallas.
that? Oh, Dallas. Yeah.
I forget the name of the song, that big song they had. But they was from Dallas.
You said Two Pistols, bro. That shit took me back.
Yeah,
I'm
he was
like,
from-
God
he was
damn.
from Florida.
I forgot all about that kid.
Yeah.
That song was banging too.
So
Yeah, he had a dope record.
When me and Ralph linked up, we was doing songs together. So I'm speaking to him, bro, what you going through? Nigga, the same thing you going through.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So I knew then it was time to kind of move on.
Get away from Republic.
Wasn't nothing going on. It's like I just got y'all name with me.
Why was that, you think? You think their focus was somewhere else? Was anybody out of that clique getting any type
I think
focus, so to speak?
I think they was trying to crank something up.
And just waiting on that one
Yeah,
and bet on the house or some shit?
But at the time, now I will say this. The biggest song at that time was Lil Wayne Lollipop.
Yep.
Oh, that shit on the radio.
07.
And who was the label?
Universal. Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So you know how it goes. Just take the good with the bad.
No, for sure.
Yep.
So then you was just back just grinding like independently. Like,
I went back to doing the only thing I knew how to do.
When you had the deal, where were you like living?
I still lived in Knoxville.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. I moved out the hood and got a nicer house.
Yeah.
And
Talk your shit.
Yeah, I did that for a minute, and hell, that didn't last long. I'm telling you, nigga, I was back in the trap.
Talk your shit.
Yeah, I was back in the trap. I had to go back. It wasn't no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I was still making my music, but I had to go back to the hood, back to the trap.
Yeah.
because them deals that they offered you, like it didn't.
I mean, it's not an annual salary.
Well, no, and
you know what I'm saying?
And it didn't blossom into anything because they didn't they shelved it. So it's like they handed you that bread, but that shit runs out.
Yeah,
That's just to make sure you don't sign nowhere else.
That's all it was for.
Yeah,
Just to keep a cap on the market and it's a strategic thing.
And
it's
the shelving just comes from. Well, you hear local artists that's on the radio. When they blow, they blow.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Of course.
When the local artist blows on the radio, they blow.
They're out of here.
So that means you getting more spins than the mainstream artists that the labels are sending to the radio station.
Yep.
You getting more spins than Tip. You getting more spins than 50, and they organic spins.
Yeah. Not
Motherfuckers really calling in, wanting to play your shit, wanting to hear your shit.
them days are so over, man.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Yeah, except for like campus shit, like campus radio stations and shit, like the ones that are like independently owned and they steer their own ship. And they literally go track down records just to play them on their shows, like in internet radio. You know, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
But even like we were talking about Sirius stations, like even them are so cataloged now. Like you hear repetitive records, and you do hear new artists on a lot of these type stations and shit. But there's somebody in control of that. You know what I'm saying?
They get a sheet that says this is what's
Correct.
playing. And
there's not a consumer input, and there may be, as far as like their web portal goes, as far as like a mailing list, you can suggest artists or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like that may be a thing
if they even look at
it. You know what I'm saying? And that I think that's interesting to look at when we fast forward in the way this world works, especially with two established artists like the two of you sitting on the couch right now, like and with the longevity careers that you got, Mack, and Chad, you as well. You know, Chad's got 9,000 albums now.
Right. 2003 is when I started too, man.
You see what I'm saying?
We both been through. We never had no deals. We did everything out the mud, but we've got like I've been through both eras, just like you have, bro. Like back then, like a music video is gonna cost you $40,000.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's on like reel to reel.
I can shoot a music video before you leave this house.
On a phone now. Yeah. That's what's so crazy, man. 15 years ago, you couldn't even fathom that.
G Rapper shot a video with Bun B in the hoods. Dude from Knoxville. Shout out to G Rapper.
Yeah.
He shot a video with Bun B and C Hills. It cost him about 15, 20 bands.
Yep.
He didn't even have nowhere to put it.
Yeah.
YouTube wasn't around.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah. You submitted to
now his goal was to go to BT.
Yep.
He had a situation and it didn't work that way, but still he had nowhere to put this video with Bun.
Bro, even then as a Universal Republic artist, they have to pitch that shit to a network.
Right.
That network has nothing to do with that. You know what I mean? So the label is sitting there like this.
Yeah.
Please choose our record as the new one for the week or whatever the fuck. Yeah. Under a sanctioned show, that's again, it's all orchestrated, and there's got to pay to play in most of those scenarios.
What's crazy, Mac, is think about how insane that process used to be now that we're in the processes that we are now.
Yeah.
Like, think about how crazy it is that you spend $20,000 for a music video, and then you're like, what are we going to do with it? Oh, we're going to pitch it to 2 music video stations
and cross our fingers.
And just hope.
Yeah.
It's like you just put 20 grand on blackjack, like you bet on in the casino.
Yeah.
But like now we can shoot a video right now and upload it to whatever platform we wanted. And millions of people could see it.
Same with the studio though. Because like the studio, we were talking off camera and Trav said something about, 12-hour blocks, $50 to $100 an hour in the studio.
Yeah.
That shit runs up. You know what I'm saying? But now, shit, Chad can give you a feature before you leave.
Yeah.
And we bounce the shit out
we
and
can
send
record it on this.
Bro, that's what I'm saying. It's just while it got so much, it seems like it got so much more complicated along the ride. But then when we end up where we are now, it's like, whew, man, them days sucked.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's way easier now.
It is, but it's also much more saturated.
Yeah,
because it's so easy.
With so many people doing it. I think I heard it's 20,000 brand new artists a day.
Yeah. I forgot what the number. We saw a stat on one of the pod episodes. There's no telling when it was, but how many hundreds of thousands of songs get uploaded to Spotify every day?
Every day.
Or YouTube you know what I'm saying? Like, so there's a good and bad where it's a lot easier and cheaper now. It's still a lot harder to get heard because there's millions of people doing it. People that but so it's like a give and take.
I like when you say millions, like Austin Powers.
I did say like Dr. Evil, yeah.
Millions. It's a completely different game. But I'm glad that the front end investment part of it, to a degree, has disintegrated.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. To where we were talking about the 10, 15K for a nice established video, or $50 to $100 an hour at a nice fucking studio. Like, I'm glad that those upfront funds are no longer needed to create.
Yeah.
But if you ain't creating enough to generate money on the back end,
right,
we just pretending out here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So the hustle has to be twice as hard. The focus has to be even more enhanced. You know what I mean? And you got to stay moving. Like you got to stay in their face with it.
And multiple incomes.
Shit, what you say,
like,
bro.
if you look at everybody now, look at Gotti, look at Jay-Z now. Like, it's not just rap. No. That was the footstep to the next
ambassador deals with all these, like
like Gotti trucking businesses and real estate and all type of shit like that. And I own a lawn care business and a recording studio.
Talk your shit.
I wish I'd have knew that 15 years ago, though.
For sure.
Yeah.
I wish I'd have knew that instead of just selling dope. You know what I mean? I wish I'd have had the lawn care business back then.
Yeah.
It'd be $1 million establishment right now. I wouldn't have to do it or hadn't know. You know what I mean? It just would be huge.
I
but
see what you're saying.
As young, you don't know that, and all you think is to get out. All I thought was get out here and hustle, make what I can, go put it over here in the music. I ain't got time to be starting no business. Fuck that shit, and that's what I was on.
Well, music was your business. You know what I'm saying? So I totally understand it. Shit, I guarantee you, even when our next bag comes, I'm gonna fuck it off. Like, it's just because. I mean, that's fuck. Yeah. Die tomorrow.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We're going to live. But at the same time, I get what you're saying as far as building established relationships with the, opportunity. Looking back, that would have been.
Yeah, because that's where they end up anyway.
Yeah. You're absolutely right.
You see what I'm saying? That's where they end up anyway. It's starting businesses. Yep. When it's slow for them with the rap, they running a business or making that passive income come in. So if that's where you're going to end up anyway, why the fuck not just going in? You know what I'm saying?
Because even the athletes that are multi-millionaires still get all these
residuals from somewhere else.
Shaquille O'Neal.
Oh, dude.
Shaq is if I'm getting started in any kind of entertainment, that is like who you look at.
Shaq
has his people clowned on Shaq because he sold his shoes in Walmart. You know how many hundreds of millions of pairs of shoes Shaq sold in Walmart for $30 a piece?
Mm-hmm.
What about? Have you heard his new feature on Meek and?
Yeah, he still be snapping.
Yeah, he's featured.
I ain't heard it, but I heard it like a clip.
Yeah, Rick Ross featuring Meek Mill and Shaquille O'Neal. There's a remix to the Money and Power song. I think that's the name of it. I'm not sure, but
Shaq
check that out.
On that "Can't Stop the Rain" remix with Zero.
Have y'all seen him at these raves, bro? He's doing the DJ,
bro.
You ain't seen that, bro? DJ Diesel, check that shit out, bro. That's a real fucking thing.
EDM, like dance music, and dude, and Shaq's up there sweating bullets, like
going crazy.
Go like it.
Dude, it's
100,000 fucking kids on fucking ecstasy and shit, dancing around, bro.
Raving like a motherfucker,
wild as fuck.
Then the next day you see him selling insurance for the General,
Papa John's,
Shaq-a-Roni,
or Home Depot,
bro.
Yeah,
crazy dog in a big old bag. I love.
Shaq really is the guy.
There's tons of like clips and shit running around of him too, where he says like, you remember. He says like JCPenney, I own it. Yeah, he names like all these random businesses, and you're just like, I remember that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. He's like, I own them all.
Shaq,
Forever 21.
He's brilliant.
Yeah,
he's
definitely
smart.
is.
He really is, man.
Mm-hmm. And he's still the same personality.
And then like this how smart he is. He ain't starting his own shit. He going and investing in shit that's already there.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? He just buying his own Home Depot or buying his own whatever and just opening that up.
400 million is his net worth.
Jesus, that's not accurate. I would think it'd be more than that. Hell, he probably made 300 million off fucking basketball.
Yeah.
Think about his career. Like, that's so crazy. Because we talk about that. We talked about that once with Aaron Rodgers. When we did his, like, total contract. Like, you took, like, the 4 or 5 contract that Aaron Rodgers signed over his career. And, bro, it equaled, like, $700 million.
Good God.
You know what I mean? But then you Google him, how much his net worth, and it's significantly lower. Now I get it from
how
as far
accurate is that shit?
It can't be accurate.
How the motherfucker gonna know what's in your bank account?
Well, I think it's just assets.
Assets.
But like with Shaq, it says how many companies does Shaq own? And 50 brands.
Wow.
Shaq owns. That's not counting the brands that he's just a spokesperson for, or somebody that he's got an endorsement deal with.
Absolutely.
Right.
He owns 50.
But
brands.
I think back to like how we started talking about Shaq. He ain't got to do that shit. No. Like you don't have to. No, it's just like
worth well over 400 million. That's just what they can find. There's no telling. He's well over a billionaire probably.
He gotta be.
Yeah,
he gotta be
easily. Yeah, but
there is a new billionaire, and I can't remember who it is. I just saw this, and it was somebody. I was like, oh, I thought he already had $1 billion.
He's coming up on like $500 million. I think
he's a fucking mogul now, bro.
Gotti's a mogul. Gotti's a mogul. Yeah. Gotti's a mogul.
But and then it was when he got into the fucking Rock Nation shit. Mm-hmm. Same shit. You know what I mean? It went from CMG, and then all of a sudden he's doing Rock Nation sports deals.
Yeah.
Like as a fucking what's it called? Like agents.
He went to business school.
No, for sure.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Fun fact.
Yep. Gotti went to business school. I would think he went to TSU or some shit like that.
And when you
TSU here, it's here in city. Nashville.
When you got that's Gotti on that song in 06, that's back when Back to the Basics was, because Life was 03. That's when I found out about who Yo Gotti was.
Right before Back to the Basics came out.
Shout out Back to the Basics. Bro.
His CD, it was right before Back to Basics, right after Life.
Yep.
Yeah, with Kia Shine.
Yep.
With Kia Shine.
Shout out Kia Shine.
Yeah. Life dropped in 03. That was Rap Hustlers. This is when Rap Hustlers was real popular in Memphis, which was Kia Shine, I guess, stuff.
Yep.
And then Lido at that time, that's when Star was still All Star, or just turned and started Lido.
Grey Goose.
The Grey Goose Cash Money thing was popping. Yep.
There's like 18 remixes of that song.
It really is. I remember when I heard Wayne on it, I was like, bro, this is crazy.
Yeah.
All Star has a song with Lil Wayne because Jeezy was on it.
Yep.
But I want to say
Jeezy on the original.
Jeezy on the original. And I want to say the first time I don't want to say the first time I had heard it, but it's like when I realized it was like when I realized it was Jeezy and Star. It was like I didn't catch it right. I caught it on like a Jeezy mixtape or something. Like
you know
what I'm saying? Like I didn't hear it like in the city or something. Or the versions I was hearing, I wasn't catching that it was Jeezy. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know what the fuck. I was late to that, like realizing it was Jeezy on the record. However that sounded.
I heard it on a Jeezy.
Yeah, me too. That's what I'm saying. I was like, bro, I know that guy. That's that fucking Grey Goose song. Like I've heard the song.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then
I may have sounded like an idiot just then, but I know what the fuck I'm talking about.
We spoke off camera too, with Trav. I think it was before you pulled up. Fun fact too, you were on like the original version of Doughboy Swaggle Paper, wasn't you? Or one of the first.
I'm on the remix.
Or the remix.
Yeah, I'm on the remix.
He was on the remix.
Talk your shit.
Yeah, I'm on the remix.
Shout out
Me,
Paper.
him, and Buck.
Friend of the show.
Epic anthem.
Yeah.
Shout
Still
out
gets
Paper.
played like on the regular here in Nashville. When Paper,
It's a classic song.
Yeah,
It's an anthem.
Classic. It's an anthem, man. Shout out Broadway too. Broadway did that production on there.
Who? I like
Broadway,
that guy. I love that
I
guy.
don't know why I thought Coop did that. Okay.
No, that's Broadway.
Okay,
Coop did a lot of stuff for Paper back then. That one was Broadway.
Shout out to all these guys.
Broadway's a really dope R&B singer now, bro. If you need,
Do you know
some
that?
hook,
Bro, do you know that?
Broadway?
Yes, dog.
Absolutely,
Scotty
dog.
Broadway. Tap
Sing
the
it.
fuck in.
We'll play
Yes,
some-
dog.
okay, word.
we'll play
Tap
some
the
after-
fuck
we'll
in.
play something after this.
Shout out Scotty Broadway.
Scotty Broadway's a beast, man.
He's probably watching.
Yeah. Shout out to Paper too, man.
Yeah. Shout out to all those guys, man. Yeah, I think that's what's really cool about this conversation today, Mack. Like, fun fact, I've never met Mack, unfortunately. Even being familiar with his name as long as I have been, I've never had the opportunity to work with you or come across you or anything like that. Yeah. But I think it's cool that we're able to do this, fast forward so many years, and be able to reflect on so many things in similarities. You know what I'm saying?
Being really
relate
in the same circle.
Right?
Yep.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's just the same circle. Trav been saying that. You know
Right.
what I mean? It's like it's all a loop. You know what I mean? Everybody know everybody.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like cheers, dog.
So with as we talk about like I don't know, I don't want to say like revamp or relaunch. I guess we could. Fuck it. As you like getting like heavily involved back in this shit, what's the next move? Where we going?
Bro, just real talk. I'm just trying to make some more passive income. I'm not out here trying to do no shows unless they come with the bag. I'm not ready to be paying to do no shows. I'm 48, bro. I ain't got time to be doing all that. You know what I mean? But I am dropping these singles and this music. Like I said, I own a recording studio. So why would I not record and give music to the fans?
Oh, absolutely, bro.
And that's money every time I drop something.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So like,
and if the demand is there, feed them up.
Exactly.
You know
so
what I'm
like,
saying?
that's the goal with music. I'm solely on running this studio, and my next move is crank a label up and put some youngins on from age 6'5".
Yeah, you was talking about mentoring some of the younger artists, because you said there's a lot of dope artists, young guys from Knoxville. So that'd be something dope too, to see you with all the knowledge and wisdom that you've got, to be able to instill it in some of those guys that are coming up.
I'm definitely ready to switch seats.
No, for sure, bro. But that's dope though.
Yeah. I think that's that you growing, bro. Like,
that's dope.
I think that is dope though, especially when earlier in the episode and I asked about the features and you were like, well, once I got on, it's kind of like I didn't have to do that no more. So they had to, if they called me, I knew what they wanted. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But they better have a bag right, because I'm on now. I don't really have to do that shit. But then to go, fast forward and then now be at that CEO type status that you at, you know what I'm saying? I mean, because you're independent artist, you know what I'm saying? Running on your own shit now, recording at your own shit, the establishment that you own, and you're, having these aspirations of putting young artists on from your local. That's fire.
Because it's their turn. It's always a young man's game. I do it because I love it. And I'm still dope. Yeah, you know what I mean? If I was whack, then I hang it up. Right. I ain't whack. Right. You know what I mean? I'm still hard when it comes to music. Get on anything with anybody, I'm going to show my ass. You know what I'm saying? But it's like I said, I'm ready to switch seats. And one thing I learned, I think everybody in this room could vouch for that. I ain't seen a broke CEO yet.
No, you really, the CEOs you don't see.
I'm a broke co-CEO.
Yeah. You probably gonna be broke long.
I won't be.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Look at
I
what
promise
you're doing.
you, I won't
be. You know what I'm saying? So like you moving towards something, but like I was speaking about earlier, how my career, had to go back and do this. I don't hear Diddy and them having to do that. Now I don't mean they don't got low points.
Yeah, but once they became a boss, it was kind of own up. Yeah, I get it, man. Yeah, but I think that's what looking at like the younger generation cast, and I can't say how they are particularly around your area in Knoxville, but shout out Knoxville, by the way. I think it's a lot of artists, though, realistically, can't speak from that type of position. One that got a deal, one that went to the moon, that got flown to New York a couple times, that was shot by major labels, that ultimately ended up landing a single deal with a major label and cashing a couple checks, getting shelved. There's not a lot of artists that can talk those stories, you know what I'm saying, with factual fucking shit attached to them. You know what I mean? So establish yourself that way, man. Like when I brought you on, when I introduced you to OG, I mean, you're OG in his game, bro.
Appreciate that.
So talk your shit, bro, and I think it's a good lane for you to continuously create while you do it. You know what I'm saying? Why not?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, don't ever create I don't think you should ever stop doing that until you just don't want to no more.
Until you don't want to. James Brown toured, he was 70. He died. Yeah,
bro.
I mean, look at New Edition. Bobby Brown can barely move, and he's still up there.
Still up there killing it, man.
Yeah.
Ain't no age limit on this shit, bro. If you love what you do and you're good at it.
I mean, how can you not love hip hop?
Right.
When you up at our age, like, we done seen all the changes.
No, for sure.
Now, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
One of my favorite artists is LL Cool J.
Absolutely.
That's the first cassette tape I got.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Radio, the first one, not later. That was the first one.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like, I watched it go from there, Run DMC to Schoolie D and all these people. Then when it hit the West Coast, you know what I mean? It's Snoop and Dre and the NWA, and then when it finally got down here. You know what I mean? And we just changed the game. Like Birdman said, we ain't giving it back. You know what I mean? But from there, it's just done kind of spread like wildfire everywhere else.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It gets a facelift as it like expands. Like everybody kind of makes it their own and runs with it. And then to watch it develop over time in different like sub-regions is fucking wild as fuck, bro. But it makes total sense.
And the hip-hop the only game where they talk about the older rappers. But I'm seeing from what I can tell, it looks like it's slowly starting to fade away.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean?
Because like you said, the people like the 50 Cents, the Nas's, those kind of guys that are in their mid to late 40s, early 50s, and still just dropping and still in demand. You know what I'm saying? Like it's to the point now where it's like this has been the only genre where that's been frowned upon, anyways.
Yep.
And now we're in a state now, or like a state with the internet and just the way the music is. That shit's timeless. So if you're good, Mick Jagger and them, they're in their 80s, bro.
That's right.
And they're still out there rocking.
I saw that Kiss was on their final tour or some shit, and I guess they did their final show the other night. And I saw some shit, and I don't know shit. Unfortunately, I'm just not into that type shit. I know who Kiss is and that kind of shit, but I know their career's been a long, heavily fucking awarded one. You know what I mean? But I saw like clips of them without their makeup. Damn, them boys is old, dog, and they was up there rocking that shit, bro.
ZZ Top going on tour.
That's crazy. Those are like
still,
bruh.
Yeah.
How old are them people, Chad? Google that. ZZ Top. How their ages, and they're finna go on tour.
They got to go on tour.
Or it's like Ozzy Osbourne. Like Ozzy Osbourne's finna do one more tour. He's got a new podcast, bro.
It's ZZ Top and Skinner.
Fucking
Skinner. Yeah.
Skinner just finished up there. The final original member just passed away, Gary Rossington. But that's my dad's like all time favorite band. But them guys, man, yeah,
that's crazy as fuck, bro.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, we're all getting old.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You talk like that shit makes me feel old. That's okay though.
Hey,
I'm old and wise.
Yeah, be blessed to get this age.
What you said, bro.
I mean, yeah,
for sure.
I know a lot of people that didn't make it. I'm sure y'all do too.
Man, sure do.
100%.
Unfortunately, but yeah, it's funny though when we sit here as grown men and reflect like this. To me, man, it's funny to do it with almost like a stranger, but one that it's weird to me today.
Yeah.
It really is, because a lot of the cats that come through on the show, and Chad can vouch for this, a lot of guys we have on I Got Some Shit to Say, it's rare we get an OG, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's just rare. Like a lot of guys we bring on the show are kind of like up and coming artists type shits that are just kind of getting established in the game, that don't have fucking a track record or a discography that goes back 20 years. You know what I'm saying? Like that's like a thing that, unless they're like established or around us like regularly, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's an interesting way of looking at this particular episode to me. But I think it's dope that you took the opportunity and came here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because it's been a dope day on and off camera, just the conversations we've been able to have. And we was Trav's in the building with us this whole episode, bro. There was all kinds of conversations happening prior to this episode.
Yeah.
That I'm probably happy they're not on camera.
Big boy got something to say.
Yeah.
Now. Big boy can talk now.
Yeah. But it was right? Hell yeah. Shout out that oil. For real.
We appreciate you, Mac, man, for sure.
Man, I appreciate y'all, man.
You got you got a single on deck coming now? You got a timeline on the next one? See if I can get something out of you
right now. This is what I got going on. I just got my own portal through In Grooves.
Yeah.
So if you go looking for music, it's only gonna be a small selection right now.
What we've mentioned here today is available now, though, correct?
Yes,
okay, great.
Yes, I just pulled a lot of music off CD Baby to re-upload to the new. You know what I mean? So that's why I'm doing the singles, like what you mentioned earlier. You know what I mean? A lot of these singles was off these albums.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So before I put these albums back up, I'm just gonna hit them with these singles, these singles. You know what I mean?
No, for sure.
And shit, that's it.
Yeah. We'll just keep rolling them out, man. Like I said, y'all be sure. We'll put his links in the description for y'all to check out, to go subscribe to him and follow him on the social media platforms.
I do got a new single. Y'all remember Shawty Swing My Way?
Yeah, absolutely.
In the 90s. So I redid that joint with Envy, the girl who sung it.
Yeah, because it was a two-name
KP and Envy.
That's it. Thank you.
Yeah, KP and
man.
Envy.
What happened to KP? What happened to
I think
that?
she's still around too.
Okay.
I got the call about Envy. My cousin hit me up from Atlanta, like, Mac, I got Envy right here. She's still doing music.
That's dope.
Fire record.
I'm
too.
like, well, shit, get her up here. We ain't had no beat or nothing. So she came. I'm like, look, I want to redo your song. She was like, all right. I got my little young nigga right here to make a beat. We sat in the studio, made a beat right quick, went downstairs, she sung it, and you know what I mean?
Cool,
wow.
Went down,
That's wild. Okay. That, you know what I mean? Yeah.
And it took it back to old creativity.
But I'm just glad you remembered to mention it, because like, bro, we was finna like, you know what I'm saying? But that's fire as fuck, because I particularly remember KP and Envy.
Yeah,
Shawty Singing My Way.
It's more too, but those are in the making. I ain't gonna speak on the other stuff I'm working on, but that's the one I definitely got coming for show right now.
It's a super influential record though, bro. It really is, because you know how many fucking producers and like people have like respun that or put a little twist on that song.
J. Cole just did.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
did.
I think that's super dope. But to have the opportunity, shout out to your cousin, but to get the opportunity to do an original record with Envy, that's wild, dude.
And that's how I kind of approach some records. Like I said, I did the 25 on it. I got 5 on it, but we got 25 on it.
Yeah.
I did it with Yuck Mouth.
Shout out
from the Loonies.
Legend,
you know what I'm saying?
West Coast
so like,
legend,
I like doing shit like that.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
And that's a timeless record.
Yeah, right.
Look at that when it got sampled. When they sampled that for Us, the movie Us, Jordan Peele, when he brought that back out, bro, do you know how much
that little slow, that little screwed part?
Like, bro, that's got sampled. When he brought that back out, there's no telling how much that put a shot in the arm of that song. Because then all the people the younger kids that didn't even know what that song was.
Right.
Now they heard it on that Jordan Peele movie. So now it's all back, you know what I mean? It's on TikTok going crazy.
That's so crazy.
Yeah, that's dope. I love it. That's a classic song.
Yeah.
But the Envy record is not currently out right now, right?
No.
Yeah, that's dope. I think that's something that I'm so glad you brought up because, like you said, checking into your existing catalog now, they're limited to what they're going to see during this new process with a new distributor. You're kind of on pause with some of the upcoming stuff that they may not be able to find. So I think it's important to mention that if along the way when will that be? Do you think once the whole distribution shit gets worked out, that'll be available, or is like soon after, end of the year?
We working this country shit with Jelly right
now. Yeah, talk your shit, man.
We got 2 animated videos coming with it, and we working it. So we're gonna work it, and then we'll decide when we're gonna drop the next single.
There you go. But just be on the lookout. In the meantime, go run them streams up on
for sure.
Country shit with
for sure.
Yeah, definitely do that.
I don't want to put a date on it.
No, for sure.
I mean? Right.
You got something?
No, I ain't mad at you, man.
Yeah.
I totally get it. I'm anxious for it though. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
But that's dope, bro. It's been good chopping it up with you, man, and soaking up some game from you, dude, for sure. Because you've been somebody that we've heard about and I've known about and even known some of the songs, you know, but just hadn't got to actually.
Bro, if you only knew how many times I've been to Knoxville, like, bro, I bleed orange. You can cut me right now and I'll bleed all over this floor. And I'm talking about the right color orange. You know what I'm saying? I've spent so many weekends in that city, and coming up the way I came up and a part of Show Improve Entertainment, there's not one weekend I wouldn't tap into that city and be like, what's the local radio station again?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's fucking trippy to me, bro. It really is. But it's dope. You know what I mean? And like I said, I'm glad you took the opportunity to come here today, bro, and just yeah, man, put some game on these youngins with us because we tried, dog. We tried so hard, and we've established ourselves as almost like a flagship as far as this podcast shit goes.
Yeah.
But I love the OG aspect that we pertain. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And to have you in the mix today has been refreshing, to say the least.
Word up.
Chad, have we named the episode?
No, we hadn't yet.
That's crazy. Chad rarely goes the whole episode and don't name it.
We'll figure it out, though.
Usually he'll just belt something out midway. And
OG or something. We'll figure it out.
OG's got to be in there somewhere.
Yeah.
But, yeah, man, once you get that chair, though, with us, bro, anytime you're in the city, tap in with us. Come through. You just let me know. Hit me or Chad. Hit our line. Let us know you're in the city. We pull up. We'll do it again, bro.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
But like Chad said, we'll make sure all of your current information is available in the description below. It's been a pleasure catching up with you today. I look forward to working with you in the future some more, man.
We getting it in.
Mr. Mack, man. Y'all tap the fuck in. Available everywhere now. I got a catalog as long as our careers as well. So y'all tap the fuck in. Get the fuck familiar. Anything else, Chad? You got something?
I mean, y'all just go tap in, man. Go check out that new country shit single.
Also, Live Forever available now. Devil's Son-in-Law available now. New visual starter jackets from Chad and ONE's new shit. What the fuck else am I missing? We're always working.
We just dropped the Chopped and Skinned version of the Live Forever album too. It's doing good numbers too.
Crazy.
Yeah, so shout out to Chopped and Skinned.
That's for doing crazy. Chad, what about Chad had dropped his new album and then somebody like a friend. Someone you're familiar with.
Of the channel, yeah.
Yeah. Shout out, what's his name?
Chopped and Skinned.
Chopped and Skinned. Shout out to that guy. Took his whole album and chopped and screwed it for real.
Yeah.
Didn't just slow it down and put it up.
That's my favorite rap music, Texas rap, bro.
Yeah, that shit hard.
Killed it.
Love Texas music.
Killed it, bro. And I featured on Chad's album.
Yeah.
Bro, I never thought I'd hear myself chopped and screwed.
Yeah.
It does something, dog. It hit different. It hit different. So shout out Chopped and Skinned for real. Y'all tap the fuck in, man. And tap in Mr. Mack. It's been a pleasure having you, dog. Come back and see us soon.
Yes,
shout out Trav comes for sure, man. Appreciate you having us. Sure. Chatty Bobby down there on the end. Our guy, Mr. Mack, Knoxville's own. Y'all tap the fuck in, get familiar. I'm your guy, Squint615. It's IGSSTS.com, ChatOnCV.com. Chatty, let's roll. Bow.
Bitch, we got views.